Something has been quietly growing in my life, and I've been a little bit quiet about it in the recent months, not because I wanted to hide it, but because I've been wanting to really be fully present and to feel it first. I am pregnant. And for those of you who might be meeting me for the first time, my name is Henika. I'm the founder of the School of Sensual Arts, and we create experiences and education for deeper connection, expression, and intimacy. We have led thousands of individuals and couples through these experiences, courses, and education. And I've also written a book called Sensual on the topic, which came out exploring the ancient sister sciences of Tantra, Yoga, and Ayurveda. But back to the topic, I've spent years exploring what it means to be a lover. And in this new phase, I'm now exploring what it means to grow life inside of me and to become a mother. And I'm realizing that both of those things do not need to be independent of one another. It doesn't need to be a before or an after. And I'm really curious to bring you along with me on that journey as I navigate this new chapter and also learn more about the embodied experience of my craft, Tantra, Yoga, Ayurveda, with a little mix of psychology in there too, to bring you the kind of tools that make life a little bit more spark-filled and enjoyable. The thing is that I really felt being pregnant before I knew I was pregnant, and I'm going to save this story for another video if you are interested in learning a bit more about the conscious conception journey. But what I'd like to share with you today is what I've discovered as such a deeply tantric pursuit, such a deeply tantric experience from conception into the second trimester that I'm in. The same energy that I've been exploring for the last 10 plus years in sensuality is now moving through me in a completely different way. It's like being a teenager where this force takes over and you kind of have no choice but to surrender to it. And to let you in on something, it's actually the most sensual I have ever felt in my life. And that's crazy. I feel like no one speaks about that part of pregnancy. And I wondered if the years that I've spent in the Tantra Yoga world and practice has had anything to do with that. So after years of creating short form content and connecting with an incredible community that is you around the world, I have been really longing, especially since I wrote my book, Sensual, to connect with you in a different way and to find an in-between where we can spend time together in something that feels more meaningful than a 30 or 60-second clip, and where we can really spend quality time together exploring the topics that are taboo around this new chapter. This is a space where I bring you along the journey with me. It's a space where we break down the walls and taboos around sensuality, sexuality, creativity, and intimacy. It's a space for unfiltered conversations, tools, and really practical things that we can take into our real lives. I'm going to be sharing these with you in real time because quality time is one of my love languages. So what's coming in this space? There's a continuation of the School of Sensual Arts and the topics of finding deeper connection, expression, and intimacy through Tantra, Yoga, Ayurveda, psychology, and breaking down the chapters of my book Sensual so that you can experience it in this more intimate embodied form. I'm also going to be sharing with you rituals and practices so that you can make your life more sensual, more romantic, and more intimate. And finally, I'm going to be sharing the behind the scenes of running a wellness organisation. For me, that's the School of Sensual Arts, and I'll be sharing the behind the scenes of my final events running up to me taking a little bit of time off for maternity leave, where I'll be sharing what happens behind the retreats that we have coming up, the events, and our online community as well. And this is really a topic that I'm so passionate about, bringing creativity to our lives and really living out our life's purpose, because a purpose-filled life is a passion-filled life. And I see that correlation all the time. So what else and what's new? I'm going to be creating a subsection of the School of Sensual Arts called Mothers and Lovers. And in this space, I'm going to be sharing 3 major things. The first thing is how we can stay connected to our pleasure, our intimacy, and our sensuality as we move into this new chapter. I'm going to be speaking to motherhood and the things that happen in our body, and also how we can merge that experience with our lovers as well, bringing them into the picture and really offering that perspective too. I'm going to be bringing with you the really practical side of conscious conception and fertility to what happens in that section of pregnancy through pregnancy yoga and birth prep, and finally the postnatal phase, where we'll be combining all of the practical tips and tools for you and your connection to yourself as a lover and your partner too. And finally, one of the most touching parts of this whole first trimester of experience of pregnancy has been the positive birth stories that I have encountered, both in trainings that I have sat in and in incredibly inspiring individuals who have shared their journeys. I think the more positive birth stories that we can hear and pregnancy stories that we can hear with concepts such as orgasmic birth, something I had never heard of before, because the narrative that I had always seen was that it had to be something filled with screams and pain and all of the things we see in movies. I'm really interested in bringing us the holistic picture of birth. So I'm super excited to bring you that voice, those perspectives from both the mother and the lover too. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about conscious conception, how I discovered I was pregnant, where I was, it's a crazy story, and how I've been feeling in this first trimester as I've really just emerged from what feels like a cave. So if you're interested in both this journey, but also the one at the School of Sensual Arts that we share around deeper connection, expression, and intimacy, I'll invite you to hit subscribe to my new Instagram, Mothers and Lovers, if that's a stream that you're interested in. And if you're more of a reading person, then to subscribe to my Substack too. I can't wait to go on this journey with you, and thank you so much for being here. It really means the world. See you in my next video.